Welcome to EPG Pathshala. My name is Dr. Neeraj Agarwal and I am Assistant Professor in University Institute of Hotel and Tourism Management, Punjab University, Chandigarh. I am presenting lecture on module titled Non-Alcoholic Beverage under the paper titled Food and Beverage Service Operations and Management. After completing this module, the learners would be able to understand the concept of non-alcoholic beverage, explain the different types of non-alcoholic beverages, define the process involved in the production of tea, coffee and cocoa, distinguish between various kinds of preparations from the similar products, find out the uses of other non-alcoholic beverages. Firstly, to start with the introduction. Any potable beverage that contains 0.5 to 75% of ethyl alcohol by volume is known as alcoholic beverages, and the beverage that contains less than 0.5% of alcohol by volume is known as non-alcoholic beverages. Now we discuss about the classification of non-alcoholic beverages. Non-alcoholic beverages are potable drinks which have the qualities of thirst quenching, stimulating, refreshing and nourishing. Stimulation increases the heartbeat and blood pressure. This results in high activity of body. Refreshing means the replenishment of fluid lost from the body due to perspiration. Nourishment is provided by the nutrients in the beverages. Stimulating beverages. A beverage that raises the level of psychological or nervous activity of any biological system is called stimulating beverage. Tea, coffee and cocoa fall into this category of stimulating beverages. The stimulating effect in these beverages is due to a few elements present in them. In coffee, large amount of caffeine, that is 133 mg of caffeine in 8 ounce of coffee. Tea, theanine, cocoa, small amount of caffeine, that is 9 mg of caffeine in 8 ounce of coffee. Coffee. Coffee is one of the widely used, consumed non-alcoholic beverage made from roasted seeds of the coffee plants, usually called coffee beans. The two commonly cultivated species are coffee robusta, originated from Congo and prefers equatorial climate, and coffee arabica, originated from Ethiopia and prefers temperate climate. The coffee beans are graded according to color, size and quality, then roasted to varying degrees to get the desired flavor. The degree of roasting depends on the style of coffee to be prepared. Common types of roasting stages are as follow. Light, roasted at 193 degrees centigrade and it preserves the delicate aroma of the coffee. Medium, roasted at 205 degrees centigrade and gives a stronger flavor. Full roasted till 218 degrees centigrade for darker color and it gives a bitter flavor. After roasting, the beans are ground to varying degrees according to the type of coffee to be made. Most coffees available in the trade are blend of 2 or more harvests. Pure coffee prepared from coffee beans only. French coffee contains chicory along with coffee beans. Chicory is a busy perennial herbaceous plant with blue, lavender or white flowers. Roots of the chicory plants are dried, roasted and ground to make it excellent substitute for coffee or to use it as an additive. Many coffee producers offers blend ranging between 20 and 50% chicory, which cuts down the caffeine content. There is no caffeine in chicory. Now, I will discuss the rules to be followed while making coffee. The fundamental rules to prepare a good coffee are as follows. Use freshly roasted and ground coffee. Use clean equipment. Use a set measure coffee and water. Add only boiling water to the coffee powder. Control the temperature Do not boil it. Add milk, cream separately on demand. Make sure the serving temperatures are 82 degrees centigrade for coffee and 68 degrees centigrade for milk. Coffee brewing methods. The coffee brewing methods discussed below are recommended to maximize the extraction of the true flavors of coffee. Filter coffee. In this process, two containers are placed one on top of the another. The upper container box has a perforated base on which ground coffee is placed. The container is filled with boiling water, then the infusion decoration filters down to the bottom container. Instant coffee. It is widely used method of making coffee because of its convenience. It can be made in individual cups or in large quantities. The instantly soluble coffee ground is made through freeze drying coffee extract to fine powder. This powder can be added to hot water to make instant coffee. It is quick and can be made immediately when required. La cafetière or plunger pot method. It is a glass container with a lip held in a gold chrome finished holder and sealed with a lid which holds a plunger in position. Place ground coffee in the glass container. Add boiling water to the coffee. Stir well. Place the plunger and lid in position. Let the infusion happen. Slowly push the plunger to the base of the container. Let the liquid settle down before serving. Percolator method. This is very much similar to filter coffee, but the difference is that in the filter method, hot water is passed from the top to bottom container, whereas in percolator method, boiling water infuses through ground coffee and condenses in a top container. In this method, coffee can be brewed much thicker, stronger and quicker. Espresso or cafe espresso. It is concentrated coffee beverage brewed by forcing very hot water under high pressure through coffee that has been ground to a texture between fine granules and powder. As a result of high pressure brewing process, all the flavors and essence of coffee are concentrated in a cup. Decaffeinated coffee is a type of coffee with less or no caffeine present in it. Hag and Sanka are two popular brands of decaffeinated coffee. Commonly served coffees: espresso, black coffee brewed with high pressure steam; espresso doppio, double espresso served in a large cup; espresso ristretto, stronger and thicker espresso made by using less water to brew coffee; cappuccino, coffee topped with steamed milk froth; cafe latte, coffee topped with hot milk; latte macchiato, a few drops of espresso over a cup of steamed milk; espresso macchiato, a few drops of steamed milk over a cup of espresso; cafe mocha, coffee topped with milk and cocoa powder, hot chocolate powder; cafe frappe, cold espresso mixed with a few cubes of ice, served with or without milk; cold coffee, regular coffee served with ice and milk. Coffee ice cream is optional. Specialty coffees, they are made with the addition of spirit or liqueurs to the original coffee decoction. There may be an addition of cream or milk. Iced coffee is one of the most popular specialty coffees. It is made with hot coffee decoction, Irish whiskey and sugar topped with thick cream. The following equipments are required to make this Irish coffee: solver, serviette, Paris goblet on an underliner, teaspoon, mug of double cream, coffee pot, sugar bowl with a teaspoon, decanter of Irish whiskey. Now we discuss about the recipe of Irish coffee. Paris goblet should be heated and sugar is added as required by the guest. A teaspoon is then placed in the goblet to conduct the heat and avoid cracking the goblet as the piping hot. Strong black coffee is poured in. The coffee should be stirred into dissolve the sugar and 1 measure of Irish whiskey is added. Double cream should then be added slowly. Pour the back of the teaspoon on the surface until it is approximately 2 cm thick. The coffee must be stirred at the end before serving. The following are the other specialty coffees. Specialty coffees are based on the liqueurs to be added like mocha coffee, Benedictine, Calypso coffee, Tia Maria, Russian coffee, vodka, Jamaican coffee, dark rum, Royal coffee, brandy, Highland coffee, Scotch whisky, Serval coffee, Cointreau. Now, there are few brand names of coffee: Green Label Nescafe, Brew, Sunrise, Java, Starbucks, Lavazza, Dutch, etc. Now we are discussing about the service of coffee. First, set a salver with the coffee pot, milk jug, sugar bowl and coffee cup. Then place a cup, a saucer and a teaspoon in front of the guest. Ask whether milk or cream is required. Right at the beginning, ask how much sugar is needed. Pour the black coffee if the milk leaves some space at the top of the cup. Either in the breakfast or in high tea, coffee is served in a teacup, but in lunch or dinner as an after meal drink, it is offered in demi-tasse. Now, I will discuss about the important ingredient, that is tea. Tea is the most popular and universally consumed beverage after water. The stimulation effect in tea is due to theanine, another form of caffeine. It has a lot of antioxidants but almost no carbohydrate, fat or protein. The main tea producer countries are India, Sri Lanka, Japan, China, Indonesia, East Africa, Latin America and Russia. Camellia sinensis is the plant name of tea and there are two main varieties used, that is Camellia sinensis, small leaf China plant and Camellia sinensis assamica, the large leaf Assam plant. The buds and leaves of the tea plants after plucking are called flushes. Tea making process. In the process of tea making, the leaves from the tea plants are transformed into the dried leaves for brewing tea, and the process is as follows. Plucking. Young leaves are picked from the tea plant by hand but occasionally mechanical also. Withering. This process is used to remove excess moisture from the leaves under the sun or in breezy room to pull moisture out of the leaves. Fermentation or oxidation. The leaves are left on their own in a climate controlled room where they progressively turn darker. Tannins are released by oxidation. Firing. To stop the fermentation at desired oxidation level, the tea leaves are moderately heated without damaging the flavor of the tea. Rolling or shaping. The tea leaves are then rolled into spiral, kneaded and rolled into a pellets or into balls. This rolling action also causes some of the sap essential oils and juices inside the leaves to ooze out, which enhances the taste of the tea. Drying. This process is carried out to prepare the leaves for sale by air drying, baking or sunning. Aging or curing. Flavored teas are manufactured in this stage by spraying the leaves with aromas and flavors with secondary fermentation. Now, we discuss the different types of teas. 4 varieties based on producing techniques are as classified. The first, black tea. The leaves undergoes the fermentation process and oxidation due to contact with air turns black and then heated to stop fermentation. Second, green tea. The leaves are withered, steamed, rolled and dried to produce green tea. In this process, fermentation is avoided. Oolong tea. The leaves are withered and gently shaken to bruise leaf edges. Later, they are partially fermented, rolled and dried. And the fourth one is white tea. The leaves are withered indoor, steamed, slightly rolled and dried. In India, tea is mainly available in 3 forms. Leaf tea. It is a high quality tea made by using the whole leaf to the tea plant. The leaves are not cut while processing. CTC, crushed, tear and curled. This form of tea is most popular in Indian market. Dust tea. This is a low quality grain black tea as a remaining of the manufacturing process in making high quality leaf tea. Aromatized tea is available in variety of flavors as follows: jasmine tea, lapsang souchong, orange pekoe, tisans, peppermint tea, chimoile, rose chip. Now we discuss about for rules for making tea. Heat the pot before putting in dry tea so that the maximum heat can be obtained from the boiling water. Measure the dry tea exactly, that is 2 tablespoons per 350 milliliter pot. Use freshly boiled water for brewing, allows it to brew 3 to 6 minutes to obtain maximum strength. The serving temperature of tea is 85 degrees centigrade. Now, some important brand names of tea. In India, the popular brand names are Taj Mahal, Brook Bond, Lipton, Tata Assam, Twinings, Tetley. Now, the service of tea. Set a solver with a teapot, milk pot, sugar bowl, strainer and teacup. Place teacup along with saucer and teaspoon in front of the guest. Ask the guest whether milk is required. Ask the guest how much sugar is needed. Serve accordingly. Place the strainer on the cup and gently pour the tea decoction through it. After service, remove the strainer and place it on a drip bowl. Note, if tea bag is served, use one bag to make a cup of tea. In this case, tea strainer is not required. Now, we discuss about hot chocolate. Hot chocolate is made of melted chocolate or cocoa powder with hot milk or water and sugar. Manufacturing of cocoa. Producing cocoa is one of the complicated process. Chocolate is made from the dried and partially fermented seeds of the cocoa tree. Normally, red or orange pods are considered to be of inferior quality because their flavors and aromas are poor. The harvested pods are opened and the pulp and cocoa seeds are removed. The pulp and seeds are piled in heaps, placed in bins for several days. During this time, the seeds and pulp undergo sweating where the thick pulp liquefied as it ferments. The fermented pulp trickles away, leaving cocoa seeds behind to be collected. The seeds are then dried, cleaned, roasted, cracked to remove a nibs and then ground to a smooth liquid containing 55% fat. The fat is then pressed out to leave about 25% of the original and the resultant mass is ground into cocoa powder. Now, I will discuss about the service of cocoa. Cocoa usually refers to a similar drink made with just hot milk and cocoa powder, then sweetened to taste with sugar. It is served in regular coffee cups. Now, refreshing beverages are beverages that replenish the fluid loss in a body of any biological system that occurred due to perspiration is called refreshing beverages. It includes water, aerated drinks, squashes, ginger ale and tonic water. Now, we discuss about water. There are two types of bottled water. One, mineral water. It contains minerals or other dissolved substances. It can be still, naturally sparkling or carbonated during bottling. Second, spring water. These are obtained from natural spring in the ground being impregnated with the natural minerals formed in the soil. Now, some of the brand names of water. Mineral water, spring waters. Examples are Apollinaris, Perrier, Vittel, Spa, Warwick Evian, Highland Springs, Ashbourne's, Buxton's, Malvern. Now we discuss about aerated waters soda waters and sparkling waters. These beverages are changed with carbon dioxide. Aerated waters are the most commonly available refreshing drinks. These are mixed with spirits or taken directly. Aerated water have no nutritional values. A few examples are as follow: Schweppes, Pepsi Club, Bagpiper. Soft drinks, aerated drinks. Drinks are acidified, sweetened, colored, carbonated, and often chemically preserved. The water used should be well purified and is free of microorganisms, dissolved metals, and organic compounds. These aerated drinks are available in different flavors and colors. A few examples are as follows: Pepsi Cola, Thumbs Up, Coca Cola, Sprite, Mountain Dew, Fanta. Now, ginger ale. It is a non-alcoholic sweetened beverage made by flavoring carbonated water with ginger. The most popular style of ginger ale is dry ginger ale, often used as a mixer and called dry for short, as in brandy and dry tonic water. It is a carbonated water containing a little quantity of quinine dissolved. It derives its bitterness from addition of quinine. It is often used as mixed drinks, particularly in the gin and tonic. It may be additionally used with sweet alcohols like vermouth to produce a balanced taste. A few examples are as follows: Schweppes, Canada Dry, squashes and cordials. These are all concerned fruit extracts with a sugar base. These are served chilled with fresh or aerated water. A fruit squash is made from fruit juice, sugar, and preservatives. Fruit cordial is a fruit squash from which all suspended matter is completely eliminated and perfectly clear. It is filtered and clarified using finning agents. It is preserved by adding potassium metabisulfite and sodium benzoate or pasteurized by freezing. Syrups. The main use of these concentrated sweet food flavorings are as a base for cocktails, mixed soda water as a long drink. Now, I will discuss about nourishing beverages. These beverages provide supplement nutrients to the body for good health and energy. Fruit juices, milk, and other milk-based malted drinks are in this category. Fruit juices, it can be either fresh or preserved, that is canned, bottled, or Tetra packs. Juices are served in highball glasses on a doily with the teaspoon and sugar. Syrup is served separately. Mocktails, it is a non-alcoholic beverage and mixture of two or more non-alcoholic beverages. Smoothies, it is blended, chilled, sweet beverages made from fresh fruit. It is considered as high fiber health drink and includes crushed ice, fresh or frozen fruits, yogurt, and sweetening. Shakes, it is blended, chilled, and sweet beverage made from fresh fruit and fresh milk. Ice cream may be added as required. Malted drinks, Bournvita, Milo, Complain, and Horlicks falls in this category. These are sweetened powdered mixtures that dissolves easily in milk to enhance its nutrients. Now, I will summarize. In this module, we defined the classification of non-alcoholic beverage. Non-alcoholic beverages are potable drinks which have the qualities of thirst quenching, stimulating, refreshing, and nourishing. Stimulation increases the heartbeat and blood pressure. This results in high activity of body. Refreshing means the replenishment of fluid loss from the body due to perspiration. Nourishment is provided by the nutrients in the beverages. We also explained how the non-alcoholic beverages are used for different purposes. And understanding of this chapter will help to identify, prepare, and serve various types of non-alcoholic beverages. Thanking you and have a nice day.